Tin. Good morning and welcome to Woohoo Wednesday. If you've never met me before, I talk about it not being a hump day, and I'm a business mentor. The other day, somebody agreed I could be a business badass, so that's what I'm going to call myself now. But you'll know what I mean when I say a business mentor. Previous to that, bricks and mortar owner, retired osteopath. I've got online businesses. I've got a product business. So been there, done that, wearing the t-shirt. So now I help people run their small businesses, and they are the people I particularly like working for. People that work on their own or with a few people building their business, probably have set their business up and didn't really think about the business side. And they're the people I like to be. I like to be like a sort of a bit of a silent business partner that goes, yeah, I can help you. Let's do this or do that. I don't have to do half the work. It's great. I give people great ideas. They go off and do it and they get the results. They get the money as well, which is good. Right. So why do I not think it's a hump day? You may not have heard me say this before. You may have. Lots of people rush through the week, especially after Halloween. Lots of people rush through the week and then go, oh, it's hump day, got to get to Friday, but it's only Wednesday, only halfway through the week. And if you're feeling like that, you need to make some changes. Something is not right in your world, in your business. It doesn't mean you have to jump off the cliff straight away and go and give your notice in today or whatever, but it does mean you can make changes. If you're dreading Sunday afternoon, that you're dreading Monday morning, Ben, I see on, if you're dreading all of that, then you need to make sure you make some changes in your business. Now, why did I say about Halloween? Right, how many of you celebrated Halloween last night? How many people, me, sat indoors with the blinds shut? I closed the blinds at 4. I know there's lots of people in our road that have got pumpkins out. And I'm not normally a bar humbug, but I was like, I just don't want to do the getting up and down and the giving of sweets. They'll have enough sweets. There's enough people in the road. So I battened up the hatches, and I said to Ed, turn the lights off. And then we got this ring at the doorbell just as he'd finished work, about 5:30. And I said, don't answer it. It's the first Halloween. We just don't answer it. Don't answer it. Anyway, then the doorbell goes again, and it's one of our friends banging on the door going, it's not Halloween, it's just me. Then she had to go, and then she came back again for another glass of wine. And she said, right, I'm going to do a secret knock. So she came back and did a secret knock on our door. So maybe you celebrated Halloween. And I think if I had young kids, I probably would be doing it. But it's not my thing. I'm of the age group that I think it's very Americanized. And with my kids, we didn't really do it. We might have had a pumpkin, but it wasn't a big thing. You know, my kids are nearly all of them in their 30s now. But I know it is a big thing now. So I don't want to be a bar humbug. But yeah, I don't know if it's a bar humbug for it's a witchy witch, I think, if you hide behind your windows. Anyway, nobody knocked on our door, and we could hear the kids going up next door, had got a pumpkin out and across the road. They had a nice time. But I have become the old lady sitting in our house going, just shush, don't say anything. Do you ever have, especially when there's, I don't want to upset anybody here, but sometimes you get some religious people that knock on your door and they want a long conversation. I don't really answer the door to them either. Or if I do, I'm really short and kindly blunt. Right, so today let's talk about confidence. Now, I touched on this yesterday in a bit of a blog I did, and it came to me that, well, it didn't come to me. Over the last, I think I've been working with small business owners for about 8 years. I know that the majority of the problems that come for business owners is confidence. It's not normally how to create your landing page, how to do your website, although that's useful to know too, or where to put your online course, or what products, or how to set your prices, or whether you've got staff causing you problems. I get all that, and I do work with people on those things. But quite often, the majority of the time, I'm saying to people, you can do this. You can do this. And I was chatting with somebody, and it made me realize one of the ways you can do it. We tend to go, I haven't got any confidence. I lack confidence, right? As soon as you start doing that, it's the truth. You have just told yourself and everybody else around you that you're not confident. Now, I'm not the other side where I sort of say faking it till you make it, especially if you're not qualified to do something. I don't get that either. I do think there's a certain amount of faking your confidence when you're going to do something that you know you can do. I'm off to do, I know I look a bit smarter today. I'm off to do a talk to some breast cancer ladies, actually. I'm off to do a talk at a hospital. And I don't mind doing the talking. And, you know, I don't lose my confidence. Like, where am I going to park? Am I going to be there on time? Have I got to get petrol? That's my confidence. But I tend to, especially when I'm doing a talk, I tend to fake it before I make it. So I'm in there, I'm confident, I chat, I try to get people to smile at me. That always works for me. And then I do my talk, and I'm prepared as well to do a talk. I've got my notes. I can go off piste if I need to. I'm pretty good at doing that. But maybe that's the faking it till you make it that I'm happy to do. But I would never go and do a talk on, I always use dentistry as my example, but I'd never go. I wouldn't be saying to you, "Oh, I'm going to go and give a talk today on dentistry to a load of ladies that's got breast cancer and maybe need to look after their teeth." That would be terrible. I wouldn't want to fake that until I made it because I don't know what I'm talking about. I could talk a little bit from experience, but it wouldn't be good. So confidence comes from within, and if you're telling yourself you're not confident, then that's the truth. Now, I don't say it just goes away with that, but how about? So tell me in the comments if you like this. How about you just focus on what you can do? We tend to focus on, I feel terrible, I feel confident. Now, anything new that you do, you're going to get butterflies, you're going to feel a bit sick, you're going to feel like you're maybe not going to be able to do it. Okay. That's a given. Just go. That's a normal feeling. Somebody said to me once, think of it as excitement because they're similar feelings. So if you feel a bit nauseous, a bit butterfly, think of it as excitement, like you're about to go on holiday. It's a bit exciting. And just think of that, okay? But the confidence is something, if you hone in just on feeling bad, that makes you feel worse. Why not hone in on your skills? So if you've got all the skills, I'd like to call it, rather than being subjective about how you imagine it's going to be, how you imagine other things, Mary down the road, how she's going to perceive you. I love talking about Mary down the road. I'm writing a fiction book at the moment. I think Mary down the road might get in there. Anyway, I always talk about the person down the road that you worry about if they see you, all those things. Rather than focusing on that, focus on what you know. So what product you got, what service you do, how good you are at it, that you care about your clients, that you do great customer care. That will give you confidence. If you start to really focus, and I say, go from the subjective, which is all those things going around, to the objective. What's the reality here? What's the truth behind what you're doing? So tell me in the comments, what do you sell? What's your service? Tell me in the comments. Tell me what's good about you. So I could tell you about me. I'm a good business mentor because I know my stuff, because I've been there, done it. Not particularly learnt it by any coaching. I've had a lot of coaching done towards me and my businesses, but I've not done a coaching course or anything like that. I don't want to, because I don't want to be a certain style. I want to be my style and my experience. So that's the truth. Sometimes my head says to me, are you good enough to do this? Do you know enough? Now, if I don't, what I say to myself is, if I don't know something, and those in my membership that are watching will know, I'll say, I don't know that. I'm going to find out, or we'll find an expert that does. There will be things I don't know about a business. I would never come in and say, yeah, I could work a bit with corporate, but it's not my world. I've never been within corporate, and that isn't my world. I really enjoy focusing on small business owners because that's where I've come from. That's where I am. I'm a small business owner. I really enjoy that. So what are your skills, and hone on them? Your confidence in your business can kill your business if you lack confidence, because what it means is you won't put yourself out there. You're worried about Mary down the road. You won't put yourself out there. You won't tell people what you do. Or if you do, it's in a roundabout way that you sort of sneak it in. Sometimes you have to say, I have this for sale. Now, you don't do that when you first start getting to know people. It's like going to a networking event and going, hi, my name's Helen. You need to buy from me, and you should be on my retreat, and you should be in my membership, and you should buy my box. And the person would be backing off, wouldn't they? But go to networking. I'm talking about in person here, but this could be online. You go and you meet people and you get to know them, and then they ask you, and you tell them, and you say, oh, actually, I've got a retreat in April next year. This is the truth. I have a retreat, business retreat. Maybe it'd be for you. Let me know. I've got a single room. I'm telling you the truth now. I've got a single room free, and I've got 3 spaces in my my shared rooms, if you'd like one. But I would tell them that, but I wouldn't go in on the first day and say, oh, I've got a retreat, you need to buy it. But there is always a case to say, sometimes when you've nurtured your audience and you've been around enough, to say, hey, I've got this for sale. It's like an invitation. So don't be frightened. Don't go around the bush because your confidence says, no, you shouldn't say that, or nobody want to buy from me. If nobody wants to buy from you and you really believe that, you haven't got a business. All right. You have to believe in your products and services. You have to know they are good enough. You have to know you care about your customer. You have to know that it's easy for them to buy. You have to know that it's priced correctly. You have to know all those things, and then people will buy. If you're dithering on any of those, you are killing your business. Confidence is absolutely the number one thing that will derail your business. Focus on what you can do and how good you are at it, because I know you are. If you've created a business, when you started, you created a business because you knew you were good at doing something, whether it's making macrame, whether it is seeing patients because you're a sports therapist, maybe you're a bookkeeper, an accountant, maybe you're a hairdresser, maybe you're a florist. You were good at those skills. So you decided to set up a business. Yeah? Cake making, whatever it is. How come then you get to a point in your business say, I'm not confident enough to tell people what I do. I'm not sure if I'm good enough. You believed you were when you set up the business, but suddenly when you got to tell people about it, which you may perceive as like showing off, or Mary down the road is going to make a comment. Now, Mary down the road can do one. I'm so sorry if anybody listening is called Mary. I picked the name because I don't know a Mary. But I always laugh and think, if Mary down the road doesn't like it, I don't care. I don't care. What is Mary to me to worry what I'm doing? And as long as I'm being ethical and I'm running a business that I care about the people, and those that work with me know I do truly care about people I work with, as long as I'm doing that, I should have no qualms. And of course, confidence will come into it. Like I said today, I'm doing a talk. I'll probably get a rush of a little bit of adrenaline today. And I'll think, oh, hope it goes okay. Hope I say the right things. I don't speak too fast. I will speak too fast. It's a given. Hope I don't wave my hands. I will do that too. But I've got my lovely nails that Kerry did still. Nearly coming to an end, but Kerry did them for my son's wedding. So if you're thinking she's a little bit more smart today, that's because I am off somewhere. I am going to put my boots on though. Do you ever do that? You put an outfit on, a dress on, then you go, I just put my boots on, make me feel more comfortable. But I will get that rush of like, ooh, I don't quite know. It's not my normal. If I did it every day, it'll suddenly become a habit. And that's the other thing with things in your business. This live, people say to me, oh, you're being so good at a live. I don't think I'm necessarily good at a live. But I've done them so many times, the tech doesn't worry me anymore. And you've probably seen when I've been heckled, which doesn't happen very often now, so don't let that put you off, when the tech has gone down, when I've dropped my phone, when I've maybe not started, when I remember once not stopping Instagram, so everybody looked up my nose for a few minutes. I've done all those things. They don't throw me because I've been there, done that. I didn't die. Emma's on. I like to mention it's Emma's on. The sky did not fall in. Emma, please come back to my membership. We so need you for that quote. The sky did not fall in, all right? But the more you do something, the more that confidence that you didn't have becomes a confidence. Go back to driving. It's a great one. If you've learned to drive, you weren't confident when you started. There was likely a gear stick, there's a clutch, there's a brake, there's so many things. There's mirrors, you've got an instructor, you've got traffic. It's a nightmare. Then they say do a hill start. It's all like too much, isn't it? When you start, you're like, I will never be able to piece this together. Look at you now. I mean, I've been driving for 40 years, 39 years, I think. Jeez. I started driving when I was 10. No, I didn't really. 17. Anyway, you can work that out. But the confidence now when I drive, and I have an automatic now, so it's even easier. But I never think about those things. I don't think about changing gear. It just happens. You drive sometimes places, you think, well, how did I get here? How have I just driven here? You just do it naturally. And that's what comes with business too. If you are out there sharing what you do often enough, it becomes a confidence. It doesn't become this like gnawing thing inside you that you go, I can't. What will Mary think? And, hopefully it will make you laugh thinking about, why am I worrying about Mary? She lives in my road, actually. So, Mary lives a long way away from me. She's in my road. I've got her under control. I imagine she's at a house. I don't know why, but she's off to the right of my road. And I imagine she's just down there. Don't worry about Mary. Don't worry about other things. And if things go wrong, just call it. If your phone, I did a big live once I was in Thailand on a retreat. I used to run one of my retreats in Thailand. I will go back to doing those, but not right now. And I was doing this whole thing and my phone was on a tripod and it was hot and I had a case on it. So as I was on the tripod, it was clipped in, it expanded and it pushed itself off the thing. So as I'm talking about, I was demonstrating to them, this is the irony, how to go live. So there's the whole group behind me on the retreat. The pool's in front of me, beautiful background. It's all lovely. Birds are chirping. I'm talking about going to live and how to do it. My phone pings off, drops on the floor. There is laughing all around. I just pick it up and carry on talking. And nobody ever said to me, I'm never watching you again because that people remember that live. If anybody on here watch it, people remember that live. You remember this. It's like the holidays that don't go quite as you plan. They're the ones you remember. So don't worry. Just try not to let your brain, what's going on in your head, stop you from running your business. Go to the facts. If your head is doing tumble turns of saying you're not good enough, you can't do this, go to the facts. Right, I can do this. I'm qualified, or you don't have to be qualified, you know. If what you're doing doesn't have to be qualified, you don't have to. But maybe you're like, I used to be an osteopath. I have to be qualified. I have to do my CPD. I'm doing that. I have to be ethical. I had to be kind to people. I had to run a business because I had other people working there. As long as I'm doing all that, then why would I worry about the rest, about telling people about my business? Because people want to buy from you. They do want to buy from you. They want your products. They want your service. If you're hiding it, you can have the best business ever. And we'll sort of get to a finish here. You can have the best business ever. But if nobody knows about it, they're never going to buy. So you think you've got a failing business. No, you've just got a business that nobody knows about. Emma says that's always the live I think about when you talk about cock-ups on air. It was a big live. People remember it. That and Phyllis falling in the garden border when Ben filmed. That's another one. In fact, Ben was filming and I was I'll tell you this little story. I was at my retreat, which I've talked about. If you want to do my retreat, please message me. I can't wait. It's in April. I do it every year down on the south coast. It's fantastic. 2 houses on the beach, side by side, Lincoln Garden. Anyway, so I'd set them on a task to be recording some stuff for their social media. Meanwhile, I'm up on my balcony, which overlooks the sea. I may have even been with Emma at that point. I don't know who. I may have been with Emma. I think I was with Kerry. And I was interviewing them saying, how do you like the retreat? I was doing a bit of marketing for myself. I was doing some videos. How do you like the retreat? And we're talking. And in the background, you hear this hysterical laughter. Yeah, okay, so it was Emma was with me. There's this hysterical laughter, which we just panned to because you can hear it in the background. And they were filming, and lovely Phyllis, I hope she watches this. She was walking backwards on the grass and tipped into the flower bed just with her heel, nearly fell in the bush. Ben's filming, and it was hysterical. I think she still uses that bit of content. But you remember those things, and we do in life, don't we? You know, you don't want to show up with your dirty washing, with having an argument with somebody or saying something that's unkind, politically incorrect, ageist, sexist, racist, whatever it is. You don't want to show up with any of that. And none of you are like that, so you won't. But the rest of it is like, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. So confidence, please. Yeah, Tracy's remember. See, you all remember it. People remember things like that more than they remember, and in a nice way, especially if you aren't fazed by it. And to be honest, sometimes I am fazed by things. That's my fake it till you make it. That's my face that goes, just keep going. The tech isn't working. I'll work out another way. Done that on the 1010 before. Oh my God, I got banned on my own 1010 in a Facebook group that I couldn't like or message. So how am I going to do this? Right, I'm going to have to get Sue to get on and do it. So you can manage things. Right, enough from me. It's Woohoo Wednesday. I'm going to wave to all my lovely people on Instagram. If you haven't followed me yet and you found me today, please follow me. If you're watching on catch up, please comment. I love to see those comments. I'll let you know how my talk went. If Kerry's on later, Kerry, I'll see you shortly. I am on my way to do my talk. I just had to take a COVID test though, because I'm a bit coldy. Not really. I think it's an allergy because it's every morning. Possibly those flowers. I say those flowers, and I'm going to show you this. So this is what I do in a live. I did these myself, 3 pounds of roses, and then I got creative. I know, I have many talents. And I'll be thinking, see, my head's just gone, Helen, get off the live. See, it's all going on in my head. You think it's not, and I'm now worrying about what Mary down the road thinks about me. Oh my God, Mary's going to be watching this and she's going to say, that's not the right way to do your floristry. Right, my lovely peeps, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Go and write down all the things that you know, the objective things that you are good at and you do. And then just put that into your business marketing. Forget the head that's telling you can't, you can. And if you haven't done a live for a while, do one. If you're in my membership, I expect you all to be live in the Facebook group. It's a Wednesday today, isn't it? Do it today. Or tomorrow, anyway. We have Tell Me About It Thursday tomorrow. Do it tomorrow. Right, my lovely peeps, I'm going to say goodbye to Instagram first. So thank you so much for watching. And as I said, I haven't seen any comments on Instagram, but if you want to comment, except for Ben, if you want to comment, just pop it in later. I can't see the comments. That's the only trouble with Instagram. It loses the live comments. Right, my lovely peeps, speak to you soon. Right. Okay, we're finished on there. So LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, I know. I was wonky the whole time. My apologies. It's because I leave my phone up to do my Instagram as well. Have a great day. Have not a Woohoo Wednesday. No, definitely a Woohoo Wednesday. Not a hump day. That's what I was going to say. Definitely a Woohoo Wednesday. Have a great day. I'm going to go and talk about my book, Agnes B. Cancer and Me. And let's get a little plug in again for my retreat. If you want to join me on my retreat, I think I've got 4 spaces left. 1 in a single room which is a beautiful room. And then the shared rooms are lovely too. Most of those have got en suites too. We literally have a house with a swimming pool. I forgot to mention that, with a snooker table. It's probably not a snooker, it's probably a pool table. Somebody that's been there will know what, you know what I mean? It's got balls on and green felt, smallish. I don't know. There's a chess thing, there's games, there's conservatories, there's breakout places. It's just an awesome place. 2 kitchens. I do breakfast, which obviously is awesome. It's my pride and joy, my breakfast that I do. And we have a great time. We back onto the beach, so we go for walks on the beach. There's a cafe down the thing, but we also do business work. And you're with me Monday to Friday. We really have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays our main working days, and you get stuff done. Action taken. Thank you, Emma. It's a pool table. Emma says. Emma's been. Who wants Emma to come on our retreat? I do. Just love Emma. Miss her in my world. Emma, there's a single room just for you, or a shared room, whichever you fancy. Right, my lovely peeps. I will speak to you soon. Have a great day. If you want to know more about me, you can check the links in all my bios. Yes, I talk fast. Yes, I wave my arms. Yes, Mary down the road does not like that. Do I care? No. Right. Speak to you soon. Bye.